Let's talk politics now. For the great state of Pennsylvania, a political newcomer with a background in health care has formally entered the Republican race for governor in Pennsylvania. Paul Mangold is a former health care systems consultant and Army veteran, and he joins fellow Republican State Senator Scott Wagner to try and unseat incumbent Democrat Tom Wolf. The new candidate for Pennsylvania governor, Paul Mangold, joins me now. Governor, good of you to join us. Not governor, that's a little prediction,
You can call me governor if you'd like, Kelly. That's not a problem.
Sorry about that. What a faux pas.
Keep it up.
How dare me. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Mangold, as we know, you're a West Point graduate. You served in the Army as a member of the elite 82nd Airborne. Thank you for your service, by the way, to this country. And
welcome.
You're also former owner of a successful health care company. You are a leader, but critics say you lack political experience, just like the current Democrat governor, Tom Wolf, did when he ran and won. So why are you running to become the next governor of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Kelly, well, first of all, thanks for having me on, and I'll tell you why I'm running.
Okay.
We face nothing short of a complete turnaround situation in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvanians are hurting. They're hurting because our jobs are leaving the state. They're very concerned because they're having to make trade-offs between soaring health care premiums and whether they're going to put food on the table. And they're very, very frightened because the drug overdose in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is taking 13 of our fellow citizens a day. And they're very concerned about their children. And they're frustrated because what we have right now in our governor, I call him Thomas the Tax Engine Wolf, okay? He is the most liberal, progressive governor in the country. And guess what he believes in? More taxes, more spending, more dependence, more redistribution, and more debt. Now, I don't believe in that.
Now, in that,
go ahead, Kelly.
You mentioned something. You unpacked a lot right there. Let's unpack that. You talked about the opioid epidemic going on in Pennsylvania. I just attended a conference on pain and management in New Jersey, which borders Pennsylvania, as you know, and they were talking about how Pennsylvania is behind in terms of how it deals with opioid abuse. Why is that? And you, being a person from the healthcare industry, what can you suggest to change that, as well as improve the health care for all of the people in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, thanks, Kelly, for that question. First of all, it's not an opioid epidemic, it's a drug overdose epidemic. It's much more than just opioids. It's fentanyl, it's heroin, and actually it's several different types of epidemics affecting different demographics and different folks very, very differently. And here's the problem in Pennsylvania. Our governor is treating this solely as a clinical issue, And part of it is over-prescriptions. We don't have an integrated database, and they've started to address that. But it's also a big social issue. Our people here are suffering from diseases of despair. It is a big social issue. They have lost hope, and that's because we're losing jobs and we're losing our children. Our young college graduates are all leaving to go elsewhere. It's also a criminal issue. So our governor has not taken a comprehensive enough approach to this issue. And by the way, Kelly, I don't feel the sense of urgency from our governor. I don't feel the sense of urgency. We're losing close to 100 Pennsylvanians a week. I would declare a statewide emergency on day one in office to deal with this issue.
Wow.
That's how I deal. Go ahead.
I'm hearing your concerns, and it's very palpable. I can hear your passion in that. I also want to ask you, though, about voter fraud. As you know, it's taken place in Pennsylvania. Here's what the governor currently says about voter fraud and getting voter information. Let's pull that up on the screen right now. We can read what he says. Do we have that ready? There it is. That's the response to the voter information request. This does not satisfactorily address my serious reservation about the real intentions of the committee. What are your concerns about voter fraud in the state? And that's the rest of what he had to say.
Kelly, first of all, the role of a governor should be to ensure that we maintain and safeguard the integrity of our ballot boxes. We've had several allegations over the last couple of cycles of voter fraud in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Congressman Meehan even has brought this up and has asked folks to investigate it. I think the governor should be cooperating with the Election Integrity Commission, as he's being asked to.
All right. I wish I had more time with you. I've got 1 minute left, but you once said in a media interview that Pennsylvanians want to be inspired. They're very specific. They think we're in a rut. They think we're stalled. These are things that you said. We're stuck in neutral. I was just recently in Philadelphia, as a matter of fact, yesterday, and I was at the Declaration House, you know, where Thomas Jefferson penned the Declaration of Independence, the right to liberty, you know, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. And I thought that was very inspiring to me as just a typical American. So how do you plan to get the Commonwealth in gear? And since you mentioned inspiration, how do you intend to inspire Pennsylvanians?
Yeah, first of all, Kelly, we've actually created a phrase for this, and that is, mediocrity is over. We're going to restore the promise of Pennsylvania's potential. And the way we're going to do that, the way we're going to start to do that, is with a compelling vision of growth and prosperity for all Pennsylvanians. And that's what I'm going to do when I'm in office in January of 2019.
Sir, it's good to talk to you. Again, thank you for your service. It's going to be an interesting campaign to watch. And I think you've eloquently stated your facts. And of course, if more people could go to that Declaration House and see that it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, they might declare their own independence from government.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Hey, Kelly, thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming on. Thank you. I'm sure we'll have your opponent on too. Thanks.
Take care.